poppin'? It's me, Shauna, back up in this joint. And today I'm going to talk about some hair extensions that I've been rocking. And they're not the ordinary, typical hair extensions. They're this Brazilian knot Weft by 360 Weft. And see, as you can see, this is how the Weft looks. They're with these little knots. So they're like in sections, like these little individual pieces and knots on a string. And it's like that so that it can be more flexible. It's more flexible than a regular Weft. It makes it easier to do any kind of style. So this is kind of like in the middle of clip-in extensions and a sew-in weave. But you do sew it in, but you only sew in a track or how many tracks you want to blend in with your natural hair, like you would with clip-in extensions. So it's like a little bit more permanent than clip-ins, but not as permanent as a full sew-in weave. It's like in the middle. So since you can sew it on, you can just leave it on for like a few days or so, but at the same time you don't have to leave it on as long as like a sew-in, because it doesn't take as long as a sew-in. It's supposed to take, well, it says it takes 15 minutes. It actually takes me longer than 15 minutes, only because you do a couple of cornrows going horizontally in the back of your head, like going across like that, and then you sew the track on and you do like however many you want. But you leave hair out in between the braids so that you blend your hair in with the Weft. So it just takes me a while to get it parted because I can't see the back of my head, but maybe you can do it quicker if you had somebody that could do it for you, or you know, I mean, like I could do it, it just takes me a little bit longer. But it's still not nowhere near as long as having to cornroll your whole head and then do a full sew-in. Yeah, so basically it's just a few tracks blended in with your hair like clip-in extensions, except they're more flexible than clip-ins. You could style it however you want, whereas clip-ins, they're like a little less comfortable, and then you'd have to like readjust the clip-ins so that you could, you know, if you want to do ponytails or something, then you would have to, like, the clip-ins are not flexible enough to flip up and all that, where that's why the Weft is made like this, so it can easily flip up and down and move all around. Which I guess that's why it's called the 360 Weft. Alright, so this is what they sent me. This is left over from one of the packs. I got 2 packs. One pack has 2 Wefts in it, and one Weft is 9 inches long, then another one is 11 inches long. So you gotta measure them and cut them to fit your head to the size you want them and all that. And then all of the hair is just 20 inches long. So on the back it has some instructions, like step-by-step instructions of how to do it. It's pretty simple, you know, just sectioning your hair, doing a cornrow, measure the track, and then you sew it onto the braid, onto the cornrow. And you can just do like how many you want to do, 2, 3, 4 tracks, however you want. And you can just quickly sew them in. Bam.
So just make a horizontal part where you want the braid, and then I'm just pulling some hair off to the side so that it can cover the braid for ponytails. So you just do 2 braids going towards the middle, and then you connect them in the middle. Measure the Weft over the braids, cut, and then sew it on. Then I just undo the ends of the 2 braids so that it can blend in with the rest of the hair. And here's my braids for my middle track. I cross the 2 braids together in the middle, and then I just use a bobby pin to hold them in place. I also remove the bobby pin after I finish sewing on the hair. And then I also ended up doing a 3rd track on the top. See, my parts are all messy and whatnot, but it doesn't really matter because you won't be able to see that.
The hair that I got is 100% human-like quality, so I guess it's really synthetic. And I picked out a yaki hair texture because I thought that might be easier to blend with my hair. But they do have human hair extensions, and the texture is like really straight. And the color I picked out is 1B. Now I probably should have picked out a lighter color because my natural hair is actually slightly lighter than 1B, but I guess I thought that my hair was more like 1B because it's really dark, but I don't know. So that's why with mine I kind of had trouble getting it blended in, because first of all, like I said, my hair is a tad bit lighter than 1B, so the extensions are a little bit darker. And then also you could probably see my ends are dyed, plus they're cut like in a blunt cut. My hair is cut blunt, so that kind of makes my ends stand out more. Yeah, and I don't want to cut, I mean, I kind of like my hair being a blunt cut, like right now. Like, I don't know, I recently trimmed it and I wanted it to be that way. But yeah, and then my hair, like, it's been breaking up lately, so that's making it harder to blend in. Yeah, and in order for me to blend my extensions well, I would need to probably dye the extensions, I don't know, because my tips are bleached. But they're bleached because I usually dye my hair purple, which I plan on dyeing my hair purple again soon probably. So that means that whenever I get extensions, I will need to also try to dye the ends of my extensions purple, which is fine because I like purple hair. But in the meantime, with just black hair. See, basically what I try to do, if you notice, alright, I got purple on my hands right now, and there's a bit of purple on my shirt. The reason for that is that I took some of that purple spray, the temporary purple dye hairspray stuff. I took some of that and thought that like I can spray like the ends of the hair along with the very tips of my hair and the ends of this hair, and thought that I can like get it all purple, and then that would help it blend in more so that, like, you know, it's all the same color, like at least from here down, and it would blend in more. But it didn't really work. It was more purple than this. It looks like it came off. Yeah, on my freaking shirt in my hands. But I think what would probably be better is if I had like the black or like a really, you know, 1B color hairspray, and then just spray like this area of the tips of my, I don't know, but yeah, basically in the future I will. Yeah, that's just one of the things about blending the extensions. It's gonna be obvious if your hair is not matching the extensions, you know, as far as the color and stuff. Yeah, I did cut the extensions too, which I did that trying to help it blend with my hair more, because before it looked really weird with the obvious blunt bleached tips, and then you got the rest of this like black hair that's all one length that goes all the way down to my waist. So I tried to chop the extensions into a couple layers so that it wasn't like all one length, so that at least there's like different layers of lengths, and thought that would help it, which I think it does make it look a little bit better. Trust me, it looks better than it did. Yeah, I could probably work on trimming the extensions a little bit better, but because the extensions is just all 20 inches, so basically your hair will be looking pretty much one length. So yeah, if you want layers, then you kind of have to trim the extensions yourself. I don't know if it comes with different lengths in one pack. I just know the packs that I got, it has 2 wefts and they were both 20 inches. So yeah, I just cut them myself, and the more I touch my hair, the more purple my hands get. Yeah, so I guess spraying my hair was a waste. But anyways, other than that, I do kind of like this idea for extensions, and I can see doing this in the future, you know, as long as I have the hair like matching my hair a little bit more, like, you know, like maybe if I can like actually dye the extensions or, but yeah, so this is it in the back. But yeah, that's the back, and this is the front. And yeah, so I can do ponytails and stuff. You can easily put all your hair up into a ponytail. I mean, you do gotta brush it gently because you do have braids under there, but yeah, you can easily put it up. So yeah, you can easily style it however you want, like as if this is your hair. What's that? Oh, I have a bobby pin in here. Forgot I had to put a bobby pin in my hair for something earlier. Anyway, yeah, so you can put it up in a ponytail, whatever. Yeah, you can do a half up, half down. You know, you just easily do it, and you can still, you know, brush your hair, brush the edges down, and slick, you know, your hair down pretty flat. Yeah. But yeah, it's very flexible for wearing it how you want. So yeah, I think this is pretty cool. So yeah, check out 360weft.com. I'll put a link in the description so where you can check this hair out at if you are interested in these extensions. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Purple thumbs up. And I will see you in another video. Bye. Peace.